This little dog was just killed by a car. The girl knelt beside it and prayed for the dog to come back to life. Unexpectedly, a miracle happened. The dog came back to life. All the passersby were completely stunned, rubbing their eyes repeatedly and unable to believe what they were seeing. That day, Sarah came to the lake and happened to see a dead bird. She carefully held the bird in her palm. Her brother came over to check and informed her that the bird had been dead for a long time. But Sarah still refused to give up. She closed her eyes tightly and prayed silently. Her brother and sister couldn't persuade her and had to leave first. When they returned, they saw Sarah still kneeling in the same place. She raised her head happily and said that she had seen a deity. Her brother looked at the lake surface, which was empty and calm, with nothing on it. But Sarah was very certain that the deity was floating on the lake water. A chill instantly crept up her brother's back. Just then, a gentle breeze blew, and the bird actually came back to life, flapped its wings and flew far away. Her brother was so astonished that he stood still in place. That night, when she returned home, Sarah told her mother that she had witnessed a deity with her own eyes and that she was soon going to heaven. Her mother's reaction was shocking. She immediately told her daughter that only those who have passed away can reach heaven and advised her not to think nonsense anymore. But that very night, Sarah suddenly had a high fever and was seriously ill in bed. Her father found a painting on her bedside. Sarah claimed that the painting depicted the deity she had seen by the lake that day. Her father was shocked when he looked at the painting, as her daughter had never shown any talent for drawing. All these strange events made the couple feel a strong sense of unease in their hearts. The next day, Sarah gave her friend Nick a portrait. In the painting, Nick was depicted playing basketball. Nick had previously been in a car accident and his nerves in his legs were damaged, making it impossible for him to stand. However, he still couldn't let go of basketball. Sarah held Nick's hands and prayed for him. This time, no immediate improvement occurred, but the next day, Nick's legs were able to move. However, the attending doctor clearly stated that the patient's spinal nerve was broken and it was impossible for him to stand again. But just as the doctor finished speaking, Nick stood up and walked alone. The doctor was stunned. This was an inexplicable medical miracle. Nick confessed to everyone that it was Sarah's prayer that gave him the strength to stand up again. This incident attracted the attention of all major TV stations, and Sarah suddenly became a well-known extraordinary girl. Meanwhile, viewers sent her electronic flowers. At the same time, Sarah created a new work. In the painting, there was a strange woman on horseback, but she had never met this person before. Before dawn the next day, a large number of visitors came to her house. One of them was the woman in the painting. She was suffering from advanced cancer and had little time left. Sarah's parents did not want their daughter to be disturbed by outsiders, but Sarah insisted on praying for everyone. She held the woman's hands and bowed her head to pray. The woman's complexion gradually became rosy, and her body became noticeably more relaxed. She knew that her condition was improving. Then Sarah walked up to a blind girl and prayed sincerely. A hazy and gentle light appeared, as if bringing healing power. The girl slowly took off her sunglasses. She finally saw everything in this world for the first time. This was her first time seeing this world.
You have sandy hair.
You can see? Look at me, Isabel.
Hi, Mommy.
Another disabled boy was touched by her, and he stood up steadily on the spot. Everyone was amazed, but after repeatedly using her healing ability, Sarah's physical strength was exhausted. She fell straight to the ground. The people rushed to send her to the hospital. The news once again appeared on the screen. Outside the hospital, there were a crowd of media reporters from all over. In order to allow Sarah to have a peaceful rest, the mother secretly sent her to stay at her grandfather's house. However, her health condition was deteriorating day by day. The mother was filled with anxiety and recalled that her daughter had said she would see the gods and go to heaven. She was filled with fear of losing her child. When the grandfather learned about this, he came to the lake alone and knelt down to pray to the gods. He was willing to sacrifice his life to keep Sarah. But the cruel news eventually came. The doctor informed Sarah that she had a malignant tumor in her brain and her condition was critical. There was a high chance that she wouldn't survive the night. The mother immediately broke down and couldn't stop crying. She couldn't accept the reality that her daughter was about to leave. This conversation was exactly what Sarah heard outside the door. She comforted her sad mother in a gentle voice, admitting that she also didn't want to part with her family. Sarah proposed to go to the lake again to pray to the gods to delay taking her away, but the mother refused firmly. During the argument, Sarah fainted again. The people decided to immediately send her back to the hospital. Before she fell into a coma, Sarah used all her strength to plead to her grandfather to take her to the lake. Both the parents and the doctor refused. In desperation, the grandfather gathered all the people who had been cured by Sarah, intending to help her fulfill her last wish. The grandfather managed to distract Sarah's parents, and the group worked together to quietly take her out of the hospital. Outside, it was pouring rain, and the group carried Sarah in a car and continued on their way. On the way, they were pursued by the police for speeding, and ahead, a tree had fallen blocking the road, as if there was some force deliberately hindering them. But no one chose to back down. The group carried Sarah and walked through the rain, finally reaching the lake. All the relatives arrived, but by then, Sarah had stopped breathing. The mother knelt down and wept bitterly, blaming the grandfather for taking her to this place. Just then, a white light descended from the sky, and a huge circle appeared on the lake surface. Sarah's soul slowly detached from her body and walked step by step towards the circle. The deity was waiting ahead. Her figure slowly dissipated in the light. Everyone gazed at the beam of light, knowing that kind Sarah had gone to heaven. At this moment, the father pulled out the last painting Sarah had before her death. It turned out that she had long known that her time was running out. Even when everyone was immersed in grief, the sister found another painting. In the picture, the deity sent Sarah back to the world. Not long after, Sarah's body showed signs of recovery. Everyone cheered. She slowly opened her eyes, and another miracle occurred. Sarah told her mother that she wasn't ready to leave her family yet. The deity then allowed her to return to the world to be with her loved ones. The most touching part of this film is not that Sarah had the power to bring the dead back to life, but that everyone, despite knowing that her days were numbered, did not abandon her. The grandfather led a group of people who had been saved by her, braving the rain to reach the lake to fulfill her last wish. This unwavering loyalty is itself a miracle. Sarah had brought hope to countless lives. In the end, it was the love and concern of everyone that pulled her back from the brink of death. The true miracle is not an empty divine sign that suddenly appears, but that when you are on the verge of falling, there is always a group of people who will do their best to hold you and prevent you from leaving alone. If you also like the gentle and kind Sarah, don't forget to like, comment and follow.